The God of the Bible does get angry when we sin. He gets angry when things happen in our lives that are inconsistent, but he gets angry because he's in relationship with us. And he loves us. And there's a real cost to those things. And I'll just be honest, I got stuff. I got stuff that gets in between that relationship. You know, every time I viewed a pornographic image, I was sacrificing something. I was sacrificing what my marriage could have and should have been without the scourge of pornography as a part of it. I was sacrificing my wife's dignity and what she would have to go through as a result of that. And if that pattern continued, I would have been sacrificing what that would mean to my kids, and I was sacrificing what that meant in terms of my relationship with God. There was a real weight to that sin, and there's a cost to that. In fact, one of the things Jesus said in the New Testament is, if a man looks upon a woman lustfully, you've already committed adultery with her in your heart. So on behalf of every guy in here who is honest, I'm just going to throw this on the pile for all of us. And yet the Bible has a lot to say about words. Am I the only person who has words you wish you could take back? Words spoken to a child, to a spouse. Man, read what the Bible has to say about gossip. Oh my goodness. Gossip is major to God. And we hurt people with our words. And when we do, we sacrifice their dignity. We sacrifice relationships because of our hurtful words. And there's a weight to that. Stealing. I've stolen. It's kind of an embarrassing story to tell. When I was probably 10 years old, we used to go to the arcades in the mall. That was like a big deal when I was that age. And one day we went, and we ran out of quarters, and we didn't know if our parents would give us any more quarters. And so one of us had the brilliant idea to say, hey, you know that fountain in the mall where people throw coins? Bad. Let's go get money from there. So literally, I'm like elbow deep in the water when like Paul Blart Mall Cop comes. Stop! And he wound up taking us to our parents, and, we had to pay a cost for that. You know what? That's not the only thing I've stolen, though. I've stolen credit for other people's ideas and pitched them as if they were mine. And everything I've stolen, there's a cost. There is a sacrifice. I have sacrificed what someone else could have. There's a weight to that. Judgment. Man, if we're honest, if we were unfiltered, if I could read back the recordings of all your conversations, haven't all of us had a moment where we said, I'm glad I'm not those people? And those people need to do this. Or those people are always that way. We've all said those things. And there is a real weight to that. Those are things that have to be dealt with. And the truth is, this doesn't even begin to represent what that is in my life. This is a small, my goodness, if this was all I was working with, I'd probably be proud. And I'd have to get another sandbag for pride and put that on. This doesn't even get there for me. Doesn't even get there for me. Hey, we all have those things. We all have those things in our life. The truth is, we can't fix it. We can't fix the gap between us and God. And I'm telling you what, every other religious path besides the way of Jesus, if you understand it, what they in essence tell you is go fix it. Learn the system and go fix it. There's only one path where that is not the case. There's only one altar where that is not the case. See, because God understands that the altar of mandate is utterly insufficient for the problem. And so thankfully, God proposes another altar. And in many ways, the cross is the antithesis of an altar. Because if the altar of mandate is what I have to do to make it right with God, the cross is what God did to make it right with me.